RG3 sucks.
You ever get the feeling we're forgetting to do something?
No. Not really.
I swear there's something. Hello everybody! Or should I say, hello boys and girls, and welcome back to yet another edition, yes we're back, it's been a while, of Movie Reviews with Goatee and Stache. And with you as always is me, Don DeGroot, and my compadre, Justin Miller.
Yeah, all 12 of you.
Yeah, all 12 of our viewers. Our last one kind of tanked, but it's okay, we shall persevere. Today we're doing a twofer. Each one of us have watched a separate movie and neither one of us has seen the other, so we'll give our takes and make fun of what we assume is what's going on in the other movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, should we flip a coin, see who goes first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't have a coin, so I can't really flip it, so.
Alright, you go first then.
Okay, I'll go first. Alright, so the movie I saw was Thor, The Dark World, starring Fabio and that one chick who doesn't put out. Yeah, Natalie Portman. So, what's his name?
Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins. Why did I just so blank on names so many times?
Tom Hiddleston.
I swear I need cue cards over there with the list, cast list, just so I can sound smart. Anyways, got Anthony Hopkins. Oh, hang on. Symmetry.
Yeah. Tom Hiddleston.
I don't like this.
And Loki.
As Loki, yes.
Idris.
And we got Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman. Kat Denning.
Idris Elba's son.
Idris Elba from Pacific Rim.
The Wire.
Yeah, and
Luther.
The Wire. I never really watched a lot of The Wire. I only saw a few episodes. Yeah, I heard it was really good. I just never got around to watching it.
Luther is good as well. You should watch that.
Idris Elba, I think hands down had one of the most epic scenes in this movie. You've heard about it and you'll get to see it, where even though this thing is flying invisible, it's one of their attack ships, one of their smaller ships for the Dark Elves. He sees it and he takes off running and you're like, okay, what's he doing? You think maybe he's running to be like, hey everybody, there's some big ships coming after us. We should all run and hide. Anyway, but instead he jumps up on the walkway of the Bifrost, which is what you call the Spangly Rainbow Bridge.
I think they call it the Rainbow Bridge in the comics.
Oh, but they call it the Bifrost because
gay.
it's been rebuilt since the first Thor movie, and so he's the guardian, he's the watcher as they call him, because he sees everything. So anyways, he climbs up and he's running up this thing. He jumps on it and just basically one man takes the whole thing down, and it's pretty sweet. And he jumps off and lands, but then all of a sudden here comes the really big one, and he kind of has a oh shit face, which is pretty funny at the same time, because shit's about to go down. Anyway, so we see the return of all those cast and characters. Thank God we didn't have any Hulk. I just went Southern. I just went St. Louis Herc.
Yeah.
Like Hot and Her. Anyways, yeah, like in Hulk where they flip the whole cast over on its head. The second movie, which is, it's no fun when that happens. But in this one, so we see Thor return, and the Bifrost is rebuilt, and he's restoring order to the 9 realms by going, flexing his muscles and doing his best Clay Matthews impression.
Oh, God.
Anyways, and I like some of the story behind this because I've seen enough like animated stuff and I know enough about the characters to where I can understand what's going on. And by the way, Zachary Levi from Chuck.
Never watched it.
I had no idea that was him. He looks so different. He plays the Robin Hood looking fella.
Okay.
You had the Ray, what's his last name? Oh shoot, he was in Rome.
Rey Mysterio?
Ray Winston or I don't know. Anyways, dude, he was in Rome. He plays the bearded guy. Kind of looks
Ray
like
Stevenson.
Stevenson.
I think so.
Okay. He looks like a dwarf, kind of from Lord of the Rings.
Interesting.
And then you got Finn, or sorry, Marvel nerds, I don't really know her name.
I don't know.
The girl.
They will be all over you, man.
By the way, there are rumors that DC's pushing to try and maybe get her to be Wonder Woman.
Ooh, boy.
And she's pretty tough, and she does a pretty good job of being BA in the movie.
She was in Last Stand, I think.
Okay.
She's a horrible actress, isn't it?
But she's tough. She plays the tough chick part well. But I like the story.
It's been Diesel, but
Yeah, he's
tough
a tough
chick too.
I like this the little story within the story that they're hinting at, but they don't come out and say it. Is that she's jealous of Natalie Portman's character, Dr. something.
Jane Goodall.
Jane Goodall. Yeah, Jane. Yeah.
Jane something, right?
Jane. She's jealous of her because I think you get the feeling she wants to be Thor's queen when he becomes king.
Oh no.
And then Doctor. I know his name. He's from the first movie. The Doctor. He's gone crazy at this point.
The guy that helped Loki in Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets caught running around Stonehenge with his equipment bare ass naked because he's apparently gone crazy since Loki's been inside of his head.
Everything just making me want to see this more.
Yeah. So there are a lot of little goofy things in there, but the action is pretty consistent throughout the whole movie. The correspondence between Loki and Thor, although short-lived because Loki talks to everybody else, and then when the shit hits the fan, then they need Loki. That's when Thor talks to him. But they have this kind of a charming little brother correspondence with one another. And says, if you betray me, I'll kill you. And he's like, when did we start? So it's
basically what you see in the trailer.
Yeah. And so you get to see a nice side of Loki where he actually cares. He's closest to his mother, who's the queen. Which, by the way, she was pretty cool in this movie.
Was she?
Yeah, because she is actually pretty tough.
Interesting.
And she's actually the person that Loki learned his tricks from for his whole false self, his split vision or whatever you want. I forget what you would call it. His illusion.
Yeah.
So she taught that to him, and she uses it a couple times in the movie.
Interesting.
So anyways, the storyline is simple. There are these dark elves who are trying to get the ether, which is spelled A-E-T-H-E-R, not E-T-H-E-R as in like...
Cool.
So the ether will basically render the universe into darkness when the worlds align, the 9 realms align.
Oh no.
They do it every 1,000 years.
Oh no.
Yeah. And so this dark elf, well, Jane Goodall, Jane Foster is Jane Foster.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jane Foster. She finds this anomaly with Kat Dennings and stuff.
Okay.
Who, by the way, was wearing way too much clothes in this movie. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it was unfortunate because they were in like London, and it was cold, and so they were wearing like 4 or 5 layers each, and it was just like, where's the sex appeal? Yeah, the sex appeal in this movie was Hemsworth. Like,
oh no.
like there was this blatant scene where he's just standing over this water basin after having like washed his face with his shirt off, and they just slowly pan up his abs, up to his man pecs, up to his face. And then he kind of just
Fabio.
Yeah, and he just saunters off toward the window to look out, all like dramatically.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The window.
So anyway, she finds this thing, and they go into this realm, or she gets pulled into a realm of unknown area, and she finds the ether, doesn't know what it is, and it absorbs into her. So she becomes the holder of the ether.
Oh no!
Yeah. And so we see Thor come back and gets her, takes her back to Asgard, and they are supposed to get it out of her somehow. And Anthony Hopkins is pissy. I'm Odin. I don't think that this human belongs here. I'm Herschel. Kind of looking like Herschel from Walking Dead.
I'm out of Walking Dead.
Huh?
I'm done with that show.
Why?
It's just, the season's horrible.
I don't. It's kind of from the books.
Yeah,
Because
it's not
there's-
just that. It's the same damn thing every week. It's so boring.
Hmm.
It's a real slog at this point.
Well, they do throw some twists in there, Carol.
Mm.
No.
Yeah, that's the
It's
big
supposed to
twist.
get worse.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's been
not
pretty
like
bad.
worse as in bad, but I mean like the whole it's supposed to get like intense as the season progresses. Like people brutally dying, which you don't expect or
I
something.
don't care about any characters though.
Well, you have to admit it was cool to see Tyrese living out that one scene from the comic
cool.
books when you're just like, oh god, Tyrese is dead.
Well, that was it. That was the cool scene.
Yeah.
Cutty from the Wire beating up a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, with his hammer.
Mm.
All right, so the storyline for this movie is the Dark Elves. They want the Ether because he wants to blacken the universe, and I don't know. Typical bad guy. He just wants to destroy everything.
Your typical cookie cutter Marvel movie.
Yeah, and so to stop him, they
They wants to
gotta.
destroy the world for a reason B.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the Dark Elf kills the Queen, pisses everybody off. They want revenge. This is why Loki is willing to cooperate.
Oh, no, this is Hannibal. Oh no.
Oh god, or so. This is gonna get like 3 views, and half of them
Oh
will,
no.
and there's gonna be like everybody at about this point's gonna be like, okay, this is stupid. I'm gonna go watch something else on YouTube.
Yup. They're gonna watch Dancing Cats, man.
Who wouldn't? Dancing cats are awesome, man.
That's what cat too.
Okay, so the Dark Elf one, and Thor needs to get her out of there because Asgard will get its ass whipped by the Dark Elves if he doesn't. They have a plan. They need to get out in the secret chamber, or the Chamber of Secrets.
The Dark Elves have planes.
They're kind of like planes.
Interesting.
They're weird. They're like shark fins that can flip and move around and spin.
What?
I know.
I feel like a crystal meth addict that you're trying to describe the most basic of things to me. It's just like, what?
Yeah. Well, anyways, Loki helps him get out. Everyone threatens him, if you betray Thor, I'll kill you, which is a joke. And he knows the secret way out of Asgard, and it takes him to the Dark World where the elves come from, and stupidity ensues. Although, I mean, it was kind of obvious what was happening, but it was kind of cool. They did a little trick. Loki did his deception thing and tricked the elf into taking the ether out of Jane Foster.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of ends with, actually, Solveig. Dr. Solveig, that's his name.
Wow, you really dug deep for that one.
It just came to me. I was just kind of going through the scenes of the movie.
I guess you did see it last night.
Yeah. And so it basically ends, Thor and the Dark Elf are punching the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the most action comes from Thor and them fighting minions,
Minions?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Dave's not here today. He's off working on the new movie, so.
Yeah, which isn't coming out until like 2015 now.
Yeah, but it's gonna take a long time for them to get everything done. So.
That thing has grossed like 600 worldwide already.
What, Despicable?
Yeah, that's not even on DVD. I think it's banking. They're gonna make those for another 40 years.
Oh, they still got the original ones at like $15 to $20 each, depending on where you buy them. Some of these you get for $5 now.
Well, they'll re-release them all and put other stuff out for Christmas too now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Black Friday. I need to get some ads.
You know.
So, ends, Thor just kills or they use these like temporal rift things or whatever to send him back to the Dark World. Because you have to be apparently on Earth at an exact spot in order to align all the realms and destroy them.
Okay.
And it happens to be like in a courtyard in
It
London.
happens to be Foxborough.
Yeah, right in the
50
middle
yard
of
line.
the Patriot Stadium. That would
Yeah,
be,
all the mass holes.
yeah. So, anyways, I thought it was interesting. It ended with Selvig actually turning out to be the hero in a way.
What? What?
Yeah, even though Thor,
Record scratch.
yeah, even though Thor was the one who like sent them back to the Dark World with the,
Yeah.
and Jane had pulled the switch to send him there.
With his long, luscious hair.
Yeah.
Back to the Dark World.
Go back.
Is there like a scene where he's just shampooing?
No,
Just
if he did, there'd be like a bottle of like Head and Shoulders next to him, and then Palomalo would walk in and
Oh God.
pick up the bottle and walk away with it or something. Anyways, I like that Selvig was actually the guy who kills him because
That's funny.
the big ship, they like blasted a chunk out of the bottom of it because it was kind of wedged into the ground because they kind of just came in through the water.
Mm.
Anyway, so it's falling down. It's getting ready to crush Thor and
No.
Jane Foster, and he makes the whole thing disappear to the Dark World and just lands on the elf bad guy. So that's kind of funny.
Is there ever an element of danger, or is it not because you know he's not gonna die?
Who, Thor?
Yeah. It's real hard to play with that.
If you're a little naive at first, you may have been like, oh my God, Thor just had his arm chopped off by Loki.
Basically, if you're an idiot, you'll think that something could happen.
Yeah, because there's like I said, the deceptive thing, the trick.
Change wise to dumb on your shirt. Then you're the kind of person that will think. Yeah.
Well, if you're naive enough to fall for the whole scene where Loki pretends to betray Thor to get the favor of the elf to distract him, and he cuts his hand off because he's trying to get his hammer.
So it sounds like it's entertaining, but it's nothing you need to see.
It's entertaining. Loki, what's his name?
Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah, he's like the main reason to watch it because
Like,
he was great as Loki, and I mean it's a good action movie. There's a lot
every
going on.
Marvel movie ever made. Sorry.
It was okay, you know. It wasn't Avengers, you know, because at least you know the plot devices were a little different in Avengers, because you know, well, except for the one plot device where you destroy the main base and all the bad guys.
You watch Avengers after it came out on DVD?
Yeah.
Doesn't hold up as much for me.
Yeah. Actually, Iron Man 3 got better the second time I watched it.
So I will not be wasting my time again on that one. I've watched that once in my life. That's probably enough.
But
Probably enough.
you have to get rid of the whole upset. If you can get over the fact that you're upset that Ben Kingsley wasn't the real Mandarin.
Saying that, there's just no villain.
Well,
There's no villain.
I liked all the Iron Man suits.
He's never in an Iron Man suit though. I mean, like it's Gwyneth Paltrow in the one scene, and then he's controlling it. And then why didn't you just call his stupid Iron Man army in when he goes to the ship? Let's not get into Iron Man 3 again.
Well, they were on their way. Because he had already called them. It was already part of his plan.
Seems like
Because the kid made him think about it. He said, you're a mechanic, you know.
The kid was weird. He's gonna be in Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. Okay. So anywho,
Okay.
the good thing about this movie was Loki. The action
Was
good.
Low-key?
Hemsworth was okay, although I still, you know, Rock Shine is really kind of.
He's never gonna be the guy where you're like, oh man, he made that movie. He's never gonna be the guy where you're like, that's.
Well, I texted you last night, and I stand by this statement. He is the poor man's Heath Ledger.
Never go with that.
Because he's got more muscles and everything, so he's the Fabio type, but...
He is the modern day Fabio.
Yeah, because, you know, he had The Knight's Tale, which was a great movie. Loved it.
I've never seen that all the way through.
It's got like... I like how they mixed in modern music into it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like out of place in a way, but
It's
then...
super weird, but it works.
Yeah, but you enjoy it, you know?
Well, aren't they very super... Oh yeah, this doesn't make sense, but who cares? Screw you. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well you gotta
The bad in this movie was probably Natalie Portman's performance.
She looked bad in the commercial.
She didn't do... It felt like she just didn't want to be there. Like, I don't know. Like she was trying to play smart, nerdy girl, but it just didn't work. I don't know. I didn't really care for her total performance in it. Kat Denning was not hot enough. She was barely in it. Because they were on Asgard pretty much the whole movie.
So bad acting.
Yeah. There was one scene that was pretty funny where Loki's talking to Thor as they're trying to escape. And he was going over like ideas of how to be inconspicuous. And at one point, Loki turns into Captain America, which was funny. He starts making fun of him. It's like, well, maybe you would like prefer me to look like one of your new friends.
Is Stan Lee in it?
Yes.
Jesus.
Stan Lee's in every Marvel movie. You know it.
I know.
But
was he in the? Yeah, he was in the first one, wasn't he?
The first Thor.
Yeah.
I forget how he was in it, but I'm sure.
I'm sure he was.
Oh, he was one of the guys at the thing. Everybody was trying to pull the hammer.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was trying to see who could.
Did you hear that he wants to be in Superman versus Batman because he makes the Marvel? That says he makes the Marvel movies better.
Really?
He's insane.
He's barely in them.
He says people go see him and they go see him a second time for him. Like, no.
No.
Cameos
I'm not going to go
not-
watch Thor The Dark World again just to see you say,
Cameos-
can I have my shoe back?
His cameos aren't inconspicuous. They're pretty blatant.
I
You're not
liked it.
gonna
I
go-
liked
you're
his
not gonna
Iron Man
not see it.
cameo.
Which one?
The first Iron Man. He was Hefner. He goes, hey, how you doing, Hefner? And he turns around and goes, oh.
The first Iron Man is the best Marvel movie from this whole Avengers era. The best Marvel movie would be what? Spider-Man 2? Probably.
Spider-Man 2.
No, God, no, Blade 2. Blade 2.
Blade 2?
Good Lord, yes. Blade 2?
With the...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Pro's not going to do the show now, damn it. Don't install Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, yeah, Guillermo. Get him right here with his Spanish accent. Anywho, that's mine. My verdict for the movie was probably a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 Mjolnir hammers.
Mjolnir.
Did it explain how powerful that thing is? It always just seems like it's a sliding scale.
Well, the fact that it can stand up against what is this dark energy thing, because it keeps trying to blast him with, he uses the hammer shield. And that poor hammer though, because of these portal jumping they were doing with the rifts or whatever, they kept going to they kept falling into like different realms and different parts of the world or whatever. Like this hammer's just going because it's trying to go back to Thor, which is a cool thing. I thought it was kind of cool. He summons his hammer and then he jumps over the rail, and as it goes by, he grabs it and flies off, which was kind of a cool thing. But that was about the coolest thing that Chris Hemsworth did in the movie with his hammer.
Interesting.
Because really, it's kind of a boring weapon.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Oh, it's a hammer. I whack things with it. Anyways, let's move on to the counselor.
Yeah.
Take it away.
I don't think that's playing anymore.
Huh?
I don't even know if that's playing anymore.
Probably not.
It's
Highly anticipated movie. They said it was supposed to be really good.
I don't
Brad Pitt,
Roger
the Latin dude.
Oh, Javier Bardem?
Javier
If
Bardem.
you go see the movie, which don't go see the movie, you're gonna waste your money going to see it. You see it for 2 reasons. You see it because you heard Cameron Diaz has sex with the car, which she does, and you see it for Javier Bardem.
Wait, whoa, go back.
Yeah.
What do you mean has sex with a car? Like what, she gets up on it and like...
Splits on the windshield. Javier Bardem's just sitting there like, whoa, man! It's pretty funny scene. It's pretty good.
But she keeps her clothes on.
And she's wearing you're not gonna see Cameron Diaz's vagina in it.
No, I'm not saying...
But I mean, it's implied
she-
that he saw it through the windshield. He says she looked like a catfish. She's wearing a dress.
Yeah.
She's wearing, like a
Oh,
cheetah
okay,
dress,
yeah.
because she's a cheetah. You see, because she's a predator. You see, she's taking down her
Everybody's
thing.
seen her tits already. I was just wondering if she finally said, well, I'll do it for money this time.
No, it's implied nudity.
In case you don't know what I'm talking
That's
about, if you Google Cameron Diaz nude photos, apparently she did some publicity shots with her top off, and they got leaked a long time ago. And so,
Yeah, probably.
back when she was still cute.
But Javier Bardem's really good in it. Cameron Diaz isn't bad in it by any means. Like,
But doesn't it also have Selma Hayek?
no,
not
it
Selma
has you racist. Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz, sorry.
All Mexican women look alike, Don.
No, I just knew it was one of those Latin chicks that
No,
are hot.
she's if you want to say she's in it, she's barely. They really play up her in the commercials, but she's barely
Yeah.
in it. And Michael Fassbender is flat out horrible in it. One of
Which is
the
unfortunate.
which is surprising. 'Cause he's really good. One of just by the worst acting jobs I've seen all year. But it's Ridley Scott, and it's not a bad movie by any means. It's not what you need to see in the theaters, and it's not one that should have been hyped quite as. I get why it was with everybody in it. It was because of the hype. I was a little disappointed. It's Cormac McCarthy wrote it, so I don't know if you read anything by him. He's the guy that wrote No Country for Old Men, The Road. So it's very bleak, very misanthropic, and it's just.
Well, tell us about the storyline.
The storyline is as they try to put it, is there's a drug deal. The counselor is Fassbender's character's name. You don't ever get a name from him. He's just the counselor. Javier Bardem, Brad Pitt. That's about it. Are involved in setting up a drug deal. It goes wrong. I don't want to give away why, but it goes wrong, and then the cartel are after them, and there's just it's a good enough setup, and if you had condensed it into the whole movie being 2/3 of the movie, and then him writing the last third, which the movie really didn't have a third act, it just kind of Fassbender got fat, Brad Pitt got his head cut off. Yeah. Oh yeah, spoilers. Retroactively. They spoil that in the trailer though, which is weird because they put super spoilers here for the next minute maybe. They put like a garrote thing around his neck with a mechanism on it that keeps turning, and you can't get it off because it keeps turning, and once it's on you it will go until there's zero pressure, which pretty much it just keeps going until his head pops off and he gets his finger under there, right? So it cuts his finger off, which is pretty sweet. The blood's spurting everywhere, and then it just gets to his neck, and then, which is a pretty good scene. It's really well. There's some scenes in this that are incredibly well done, like just gory or weird and good, and there's.
So they put a little bit of salt in that, huh?
Yeah, kind of. It has flashes of brilliance. It's just so muddled and so. Also, I really wonder what kind of women are in Cormac McCarthy and Ridley Scott's life, because good lord, the dialogue is just real misogynistic. Just, I'll tell you what the woman wants, man. It's just real weird. And they're cheetahs for no reason. Javier Bardem goes to a club, and they're at the club, and they're just like panning around. Somebody's playing a piano, and the cheetah's sitting on the bench with them, because why the hell not? Yeah, it's weird. It's not bad.
You mean a literal cheetah?
Yeah, no, they're two literal ass cheetahs that Cameron Diaz owns. She has cheetah tattoos. She thinks she's a cheetah. Also starts with Fassbender going down with Penelope Cruz for 5-minute scene that goes. There's just scenes in this movie that have no business being in there because they don't add to the plot whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Counselor. Don't go see it. Rent it. It's interesting.
Well, okay. So you said the good thing is it has some brilliant scenes. The bad thing is
it's just not consistent.
Non-consistent.
It's a C+ movie for me, which it's better than average. It's just with all the hype, it's real disappointing.
Yeah, because it had a lot of hype.
See a good movie, go see Captain Phillips or Gravity.
I will not see Gravity.
Yeah, if the premise freaks you out, it would freak you out.
Yeah, because I have two things. It's suffocating and drowning, which is basically the same thing.
And those posters where they put babies in jazz outfits. You know those posters were like, ugh, what's a weird. I think Angela in the office had one.
Or when they make a small child's body have the head of an adult.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but that sounds horrifying.
Yeah. Well, if you've ever seen for example, if you've seen that, I got part of the way through it, it's that horrible Guru movie with Mike.
Oh, dear Lord.
Like, there's this scene early on where, like, I think it was Ben Kingsley plays their guru.
He's in that.
That trains them, and he's got like his eyes are crossed and all this crap. But anyways, using computer graphic enhancing, they put Mike Myers' adult face in the head.
Trailer. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
And it's creepy. It's just creepy, and just seeing that creeps me out. Like if you've seen any of Weezer's I forget the name of the song, but it's
I never got into Weezer, so I haven't seen their music videos.
But they have this one where it's like just a whole town of copies of them, the band, and there's just one really hot chick that the lead singer of Weezer takes on a date or whatever.
Rivers Cuomo. That's his name, right?
I have no idea. I don't really take the time to remember the names of band members. I only know like Chris Daughtry because the band's called Daughtry.
Yeah,
I only know Chris or Scott Stapp because I happened to, look at the lyrics and it's like, oh, Scott Stapp, and then he had a solo album as Scott Stapp. But Creed is all I care about, to be honest. He had a couple.
In the whole world, all he cares about is Creed.
Yeah.
And Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Man, love Guy Fieri.
His stupid hair.
I'm gonna go quickly into the other movies I've seen. Carrie was another C+ for me, but I came away feeling like I enjoyed it more because I expected less. Mm-hmm. I think it knew it was kind of dumb, and so it kind of played with that. I'm a pretty big Stephen King fan, but I don't like the original Carrie. I think.
Do you get to see Julianne Moore die in a gruesome way?
Oh yeah, you do. She gets knifed about 800 times.
She gets what?
Knifed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty.
By the same knife or 900 knives?
No, like Chloe Grace, what's her nuts? Moretz,
yes.
She lists like all the knives with telekinetic power limits. And I'm not doing a spoiler alert on Carrie because it's a remake. Go screw yourself if you're whining about Carrie spoilers.
But this is all we do is spoilers.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
The people who are watching this should have seen
Don't
the
exist.
movies.
Oh.
Yeah, or
Gravity is very much like Avatar to me. It's a very technically impressive achievement with no story whatsoever. If the premise freaks you out,
yeah, if you're lucky, hopefully if you're
out.
stuck in outer space, you'll just freeze to death. Because that won't be so unpleasant. Because you'll just kind of fall asleep.
I'm not really a Clooney fan or a Bullock fan. I really like that. I think the hyperbole a little bit of the reviews annoyed me, where it's pretty much saying, Gravity, I went in with terminal cancer and I came out 30 years younger. Like, it's not the greatest movie you've ever seen, and people throwing around masterpiece and the way.
Well, people are doing the same thing for 12 Years a Slave.
Oh God, it's Oscars season to shine. Because we're in the thick of it.
Yeah, and everyone's like painting that movie off as if it's going to be the greatest thing ever made.
We will see. I'm going
the
tonight.
premise is about being a slave, though. I mean,
he's just a free man, and then
who gets?
I think Taron Killam, one of the newer cast members from SNL, was one of the people that also to stay free, which seems jarring and weird. And then Cumberbatch is in it, and Fassbender's in it, and
yeah, he's got another movie coming out, which he looks a little weird in. He's got the Cumberbatch, however you want to pronounce it, where he's like I think he's like a computer expert or whatever.
Oh God, are you talking about Fifth Estate? The Wicked
yeah, Fifth Estate.
That came out. That got horribly panned.
Because he's got the most awkward looking hair.
Got the hair. Well, it's that Julia Assange guy.
Bleached blonde.
Yeah, he's playing Julia
hair.
Assange.
Weird.
He's got the weird hair. Yeah, no,
but he's so classy
though, man.
Yeah.
Damn it,
But I'm really looking forward to hearing his voice coming out the mouth of Smaug.
I feel like if somebody got slavery reinstated, it would be Benedict Cumberbatch because of his voice. People would be like, "Okay, that might be a good idea."
Maybe we could just do it for poor people.
And then he would walk away, and people, "What the fuck did we just do?"
I'm sorry. I just put all the poor people in concentration camps. I don't know what happened.
Cumberbatch would be like, "Why are they out of their cages?" I don't know, Smaug. Sherlock Smaug. But Gravity's a B+ for me.
Yeah, I saw that on Netflix, by the way. I was scrolling through and it said Sherlock, and I went,
"No, you should watch that. It's good."
I kind of stopped and looked at him and went, he looks familiar. And I looked down at the cast and it says, Cumberbatch.
Yeah, and Bilbo's in it. Bilbo's Watson.
Yeah.
You should watch it. You'd like it. Captain Phillips, probably my favorite movie of the year. Really good. Tom Hanks.
All year.
Yeah, I would say all year.
Even more than Pacific Rim.
Yeah. I really like Captain Phillips. I was trying to think, my fiance and I were trying to think the other night, the last time Tom Hanks has done a movie we both enjoyed, and that we both enjoyed.
Toy Story 3?
Well, yeah, I mean, besides like that.
I mean, somewhere he was an actor, not a cartoon.
I can't think of anything besides Perdition and Green Mile, which she never saw.
Because I never saw Cloud Atlas.
have it on my DVR.
Sounds
It was
weird.
on HBO. I'm gonna tape it for free. Whatever.
Yeah, because it just seemed like it was weird, and not a lot of people were into it.
Yeah.
Because they were going like, oh, it's a beautiful masterpiece. It's this great story, and
But I love
like, okay,
Green Mile, and I love
that's good. Yeah.
Perdition, Road to Perdition. But it's definitely his best.
Let's be honest though. Green Mile was good because of Big Boy.
Everybody in that movie is just so good.
Yeah, even
God.
creepy Poissy. Even he was.
Yeah. Oh God, did you? I read the book in fifth grade or some age where I shouldn't have been reading the Green Mile. But oh God, yeah, that's such a good book to movie adaptation.
Did make you really sad when he stepped on the mouse.
Yeah, and they bring him back.
Yeah.
But then, like in the book, they bring him back, and when he's really old, like he dies, because the mouse lives really old. I think he does in the movie too, right? Where Tom Hanks is really old, and the mouse dies.
Something
Something like that. But in the book, it's just describing how like all of his family is dead, and how he had to watch all his kids and his wife die, and how the mouse is all he has left in the world. And it just goes into this long ass description of it, like twitching to death. It's just
okay.
that book
Yeah,
will crush your soul. And then I read it in like fifth grade.
Yeah.
Because that explains why I am the way I am. Captain Phillips is an A+ for me. And then Escape Plan was good. It's what it is. It's Stallone Arnold. That's a good movie. I give that.
Yeah, Arnold and Stallone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Bad Grandpa. God, don't go see that. It's a whole movie built around the pageant bit is legitimately. You've seen the trailer, right?
Yeah,
The pageant bit is legitimately good. I cried laughing. That was good. That's at the end. Nothing up until that point is good at all.
Yeah, because really, I mean, Jackass was hilarious.
Yeah, I never watched it.
But I think it was funny because of the variety.
Yeah.
And I wasn't always Johnny Knoxville.
I never watched it, but I get it.
Because I was never a real big fan of their old people skits, because I thought it was just kind of weird.
Well, it's basically him sitting around with the kid, like on a park bench, drinking beer with him, basically with people walking by. He's more or less just like, hey, get this kid beer, comment on it. And I was trying to think why that doesn't work, but all of Sacha Baron Cohen's stuff does. But Sacha Baron Cohen lets bits develop, and it's usually just horrible people that he's interviewing. Horrible people are people that take themselves way too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Knoxville is just being a weird dick to people on the street.
Yeah, so
It doesn't offend me. It's just stupid. I'd give that a D based on the pageant bit alone. I'll take that out. That'd be an F for me. I'll use Fs. I'll give it an A+. I'm gonna give it an F. I don't
Okay.
care.
Well, newly discovered for me on Netflix, as we'll transition to my little Netflix hype here.
They added a bunch of stuff recently.
They did add a bunch of
Took a bunch of
stuff.
stuff away, but
I was
RIP King of the Hill.
happy to see Chuck on there. If you ever want to get to see that.
yeah, I'll probably watch Fringe before I watch that.
Fringe, yeah. Fringe. Oh yeah, I finally finished it.
Did you?
Yeah. For
You
like the
up your
longest time,
expectations?
I had watched a bunch of the episodes, and then I was just kind of like distracted by a bunch of stuff because I got a new job and everything. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll get back into it, finish off the season. It was the last episode. It was the next one. I went, oh, I guess I'm done.
He's
And
in Magic Mike too. That was his new job. Right? They're wondering. They were wondering.
Well,
Magic Mike too.
it's hard. It's difficult to be,
What is McConaughey like to work with? Is he McConaughey in real life?
No, he's not. He's like, I don't know. He's
Is
like,
he- Son of a bitch, is he not from Texas?
no, he like walks
It's
around.
not the way
He walks around with a pipe, and he's
What?
wearing like one of those single eye things. And
Ooh, can you do that movie where he has AIDS? I really want to see it.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Whoa, what? No, that's not. Oh, does he have AIDS in that too?
It looks like he does.
But Zing, Wolf of Wall Street. No, Dallas Buyers Club.
No, seriously, that scene where he's like going.
I wonder if he was shooting Dallas Buyers Club with that.
Because
weight.
he looks so sick.
I think it's because he was shooting Dallas Buyers Club when he must have filmed that or something. I want to see Dallas Buyers Club. I feel like I have a problem with medical talk in movies. Like, it makes me really uncomfortable. Like, 50-50 was a hard watch for me.
Like, it confuses you or
It
uncomfortable?
doesn't confuse me. It just makes me. I don't know. That's the one thing that makes me kind of cringe. Is like deep medical talk. Like, I'm sure it's really good. I will never get to see it here. She live in Peoria, so.
Well, I'm a fan of Scrubs, so I never really had that problem. Because They didn't really do a lot.
You saw 50-50 back in the day?
50-50? No, probably not.
God, it's so good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Seth Rogen, the cancer comedy.
No, I didn't. No,
No.
I didn't. Okay, I do remember that one now.
What is your Netflix nugget? God damn, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I was happy to see Chuck was on there. Very great, very good show. I missed like the last season of it. Although, watching the first few episodes of the season one, because I'm just kind of starting from scratch again, it's kind of interesting. You kind of, like, after so long when he, the basis of the character is just a normal nerdy guy, works at the nerd herd at the local Best Buy.
Yeah, I think of Best Buy.
It looks like a Best Buy knockoff, but they're green instead of blue.
God, I remember Circuit City.
Yeah, I know, they used to exist.
Whew. Sorry.
But he gets this thing called the intersect in his brain, which basically turns him into a human cache of knowledge about all the U.S. government secrets and all these things.
Interesting.
But anyways, later on in the series, he gets an upgrade to where he actually knows how to fight and stuff. So I feel like they kind of got away from that innocence. As like, and you lose a little bit, and it wasn't as good as it was in the beginning, but Strahovski, she's good in all of it. If you don't know who I'm talking about, she plays Sarah, the blonde-haired girl.
Or for Dexter. The lady that ruined Dexter.
Or for all of you who are Mass Effect fans, she is Miranda.
And she's going to be in our most anticipated movie of 2014, I, Frankenstein. Seriously. Watch that trailer, and the whole time you're watching it, just think, this is a movie that is getting made and is going to be released in theaters.
Yeah.
Any other Netflix ones?
Let's see. Recently, I enjoyed the new Russell Peters stand-up comedy. Russell Peters versus the World, or... Oh wait, no, that was the special, about the special.
I think I've heard of this stuff.
Russell Peters, he's pretty funny. He's an Indian guy from Canada.
Interesting.
And it's interesting.
We're living in the golden age of Indian comedians from North America with him and Aziz Ansari then.
Yeah, Ansari, yeah. But it's funny that he gets away with making fun of all of these races.
I mean, if you're different
Black,
races,
Hispanic,
that's
Chinese, Korean. He can make fun of all of them, and everybody's like, You put a white guy up there, and they're like, you're a racist, bigot asshole.
Don's racial soapbox, y'all.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's funny, but it does bug me, the double standard there is just like, if you're a minority, you can make fun of minorities. But if you're not a minority, fuck you. You're a racist bastard. If a guy makes fun of black people, and he's white, he's racist.
This one's gonna get some views. We're going racial.
Forgive me. But if a black guy makes fun of white guys, it's funny. Because they always do that voice, like, oh guys, how you doing? I'm just like, really?
Now white people be all like, women be shopping.
Women be shopping, man. Women be shopping.
Women, you be shopping, ladies.
And I like Chris Rock. At least he doesn't do that white guy voice.
God, stand up back in there was so good.
Like Eddie Griffin, who does his white man voice. Hey, everybody, I'm a white guy. I'm just like...
Yeah, Eddie Griffin's terrible for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, I watched his stand-up, like Freedom of Speech, like maybe 15 minutes of it before I was like, I'm not laughing at any of this crap.
Lord's work there. Made it 15 minutes into that turd.
I tried to watch Doug Stanhope's stand-up that's on there. Wasn't really into it. I watch a lot. The movies I tend to watch on Netflix are usually stand-up comedies and TV shows. Or stuff.
You watch Louis?
Louis C.K.?
Yeah, I love Louis.
No, he's okay. He's funny, but...
Don't they have Bob and Tom's stand-up jamboree or whatever on there? With like Birbiglia? All of Birbiglia stuff.
Oh yeah, Birbiglia had a new one on there.
Oh, did you check?
A month or so ago.
Girlfriend's boyfriend or whatever?
Yeah.
Have you seen his movie, Sleepwalk With Me?
Yes.
That's good. I like that.
He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
a pretty good movie.
Real autobiography.
All right, that's my Netflix nugget. Sleepwalk With Me,
Anything with Mike
starring Mike Birbiglia. It's based on his real life. being, stand up, trying to, and it's interesting. You see an evolution of Birbiglia.
Yeah, you do.
Because in this movie, he talks about not wanting to get married.
Mm-hmm.
He discovers that he just wants to, and the redheaded girl, she was on 6 Feet Under for a while.
Was that his sister on 6 Feet Under?
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked her, especially when she was in her experiment.
I never made it through the first season. I never made it through the first season.
Yeah, I think
I get it. I
think I got a little sick of that show when they had what's Dexter's actor name?
Michael C. Hall.
Okay, Michael C. Hall. Basically, he gets a male prostitute and he's banging him on the front of his car.
That was early on, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think I saw that. I only watched a few episodes.
But that when they saw that scene and they showed him going, and the guy's like, on the set, I'm just going.
It's another fine episode of Don Pantomimes Against Sex.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we'll make that my Netflix nugget. Sleepwalk with
Watch American Horror Story Coven. That's good. I'll be on that next week.
You'll be on it, huh?
Sure.
Are you going to be the gimp?
They kind of have a gimp this season.
Yeah.
Some dude who's dressed as a. I won't spoil American Horror Story. It's good. Some of the Energy's good. Pete Holmes Show's good. Just going through things I watch on TV now.
Yeah, if you want something fun to watch on YouTube, watch Pete Holmes doing his Batman skits.
Or his show on TBS that's on after Conan now.
I watched his stand-up. I wasn't overly thrilled about it.
I haven't seen much of his stand-up. I've seen his podcast.
It's okay.
I've listened to his podcast. He's got some on there. It's pretty hit or miss, but it's stand-up, so it's hit or miss.
Anyway, so movies we're looking forward to. I'm definitely hobbing out.
Yeah, I'll go see Hobbs. I'm going to see 12 Years a Slave probably tonight. That was stupid. Oh God. Oh Lord. American Hustle. Christian Bale. Jennifer Lawrence. Jenny Lawrence. Brad Coops. B. Coops. Also, Jeffrey Dahmer himself, Jeremy Renner, will make an appearance. He played Jeffrey Dahmer.
Also looking forward to Anchorman 2.
Also,
looks like it's going to be really funny.
Guess who else is in American Hustle? Louie, Louie, Louie. I swear to God he is. But yeah,
you just like singing that, don't you?
Yeah, Christmas. It's Anchorman Christmas. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Christmas should have some good ones. American Hustle.
Christmas. Something comes out on Thanksgiving. What was it?
Homefront. Jason Statham. James Franco.
That was it. That's on
James Franco with that Gaida accent.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, I will see that.
Is Jason Statham? Is he playing a British guy?
Ooh, gives a rat's ass.
I know, because that's what I thought. I was just listening to his voice.
Guy.
Is he trying to do a Southern accent?
So let me see. Let me break it down for you. He's doing something a little different this time. He's a guy. He's a badass.
He's an undercover cop.
Yeah, but you know what he wants? Just a normal life this time. And guess
what?
what?
I just want a normal life.
He just wants out. And guess what's going to get in the way? Trouble.
It's trouble.
A little bit different.
They kidnapped my daughter.
But
it's funny though, the whole thing.
Jason Statham in
the storyline just from the trailer is weird. His daughter beats up a fat bully
who's gay as kid.
Who's gay as kid.
Did you ever see?
It's just, and that's how it all starts.
Did you ever see that Will Ferrell movie? The other guys.
Yeah.
When his past was the meth dealer or skater. Will Ferrell used to be the meth dealer Gator.
Oh. It's been a while.
Watch it, it's good.
It's been a while.
That looks good. Out of the Furnace looks good. Have you seen that? Christian Bale, Revenge, Woody Harrelson. Christian Bale's awesome though, so he can be.
Yeah, so we're kind of running out of movies
here.
Waiting
about Michael Walter Mitty.
Walter Mitty, it looks interesting.
I hope that's good. The earlier reviews I've heard piece of shit thrown around, but
well, I
mean, hope it's not because I really want to see it.
It kind of feels like it's in the realm of Eternal Sunshine.
Patton Oswalt's in it. His voice at least.
Patton Oswalt.
You like Patton Oswalt?
I think he's a douche.
What?
He's kind of a douche.
What?
He's kind of funny, but I'm sorry, you shouldn't attack people's religion in your jokes.
Oh, Don Soapbox 2.
I'm sorry, if that's what you gotta go to,
We
shut
need
the hell up.
We need a soapbox.
Stick with your Star Wars jokes,
We need
okay?
a soapbox segment at the end.
It's like, like Christians don't go up on the stage, the Christian community don't go there and go, oh, look at those heathens, oh, But just because you have an alternative belief to someone else, don't stand up on a stage and mock someone else's beliefs. I'm sorry. You can make fun of terrorists, that's fine, because they're killing people. But okay, I'll give you free game on the Westboro Baptist Church. You can make fun of them all you want, and I'll just say, I agree with you. Those people are crazy pieces of crap. Go get them, Kevin Smith.
I endorse you, Pat Oswalt.
Yeah, he can attack them, but
I enjoy all your stuff, Pat Oswalt.
If you're resorting to your jokes like, can you imagine there's a God and people believe in him? And I'm like, really? This is your jokes? Anyways,
I like that.
He's funny most of the time though. Just when he goes into his religious thing.
I don't know about really anything he does. I do think he should have probably left that out of Ratatouille.
I know.
I mean, God, Ratatouille is not the place.
Went on a rant.
No.
God doesn't exist. Look, I'm a talking mouse.
Do another special patent.
Whatever.
Is that it for movies coming out?
That's all I can think of. I haven't really been paying a lot of attention. Like I said, I started a new job.
Yeah.
And my life's been pretty busy. I'm an actor on the side. Been doing some theater performance stuff. So.
Well, we don't get a lot of the movies. Like, we won't get Robert Redford in his boat.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of the things I want to see.
Yeah, so we're probably in the home stretch for the season here. This is kind of our second half special.
Yeah, we'll have a best of the year sometime.
Hopefully.
And worst.
Worst,
for
yeah.
Bad Grandpa, Iron Man 3,
Well,
Conjuring, Kick-Ass 2.
Can we agree Iron Man 3 is not on the worst fight? It's in the mediocre range.
Yeah, it's on the worst for me.
Ah.
I didn't walk out of it. I walked out of 2 movies this year.
Conjuring.
And Kick-Ass 2.
Kick-Ass 2.
Whoops, Jim Carrey was right. That was my takeaway.
Yeah,
Whoops.
so I haven't seen any of those. You get out more than I do, but yeah, well,
Alright.
hopefully we'll do some other things in the future too.
Hopefully there will be movies coming out worth reviewing.
Yeah, we may do some specials. If we're bored, we'll just do like our top 10 science fiction movies or top 10 of something else. But
We'll do a year in the review thing at the end of the year.
hopefully,
Hopefully.
as long as nothing bad happens
As long as we don't all get lymphoma.
and die with fluid in our lungs.
I don't want people to think I'm against people with lymphoma awareness.
No,
That's a thing.
it's not funny.
No, it's not.
It's not funny.
You know, maybe the NFL should do something for that instead.
Anywho, I think
Try
that
and
will
put a
do
team
it.
in London. Don't put a team in London. Do something for cancer awareness, Roger Goodell.
All right, so then
He's
let's start our sports wrap.
He's a viewer. He's a viewer.
Anywho,
Whoa! We're going out on a Hitler salute.
hey, he said he was a viewer.
The views endorsed on this are not endorsed by both parties. Don loves Hitler and ranting about the blacks.
No, I don't rant about the blacks.
Hey, we're going out.
And don't call them the blacks.
Calm down, Mel Gibson.
I didn't say anything about Jewish people.
He ranted about black people.
No, he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He said his thing was anti-Semitic stuff.
Well, he did, but we'll discuss this off camera.
Whatever.
We'll discuss what he said off camera.
Whatever. And I wasn't ranting on the blacks. I just said
No,
it's,
you weren't.
I just said it's a double standard that they can make fun of white people, but white people can't make fun of minorities. And I didn't specifically say black. I said Hispanic. Yada. Anyway,
That's fine, man. Just joking.
if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And
If you made this far, what the hell is wrong with you?
you must have like no life. You must be really bored. But thank you anyways for spending your time with us.
Alright.
And look forward to future endeavors. And we wish you all the best. And thanks again.
Get out there and make some pencils disappear.